Come to the point of it. Now I'll continue, students. I'll go to. Today I'm going to introduce some extra concept here and continuation of yesterday's class. Come to the point back. Now I'm going to say. Now today we'll talk about thread-based application. Already there are. How many types of threads are there? Come on. Two types. Two types. What is the first one? Main thread, subthread. What is the default thread? Good. How many number of threads are there by default? One. What is its name? Good. Programmatically, how many threads are there? Two. What is the first one? Good. Right. What is the use of subthread? Sir, don't ask like that, sir. The purpose of subthread is to perform the operation whose logic is written in the form of methods concurrently. I said that. Next, main thread purpose is to monitor the execution status of subthread and also execute the entries in the main function, main program, right? That we executed already in the class, that we explained it. Fine. Today, I want to develop number of approaches to develop thread-based application. And today I'm going to talk about modules. Module name, module name, module name required for developing which applications? Thread-based application. Module name required for developing which applications? Thread-based application. Thread-based applications I'm going to introduce. Okay, let us follow me carefully. So I'm saying here, easy to develop multi-threading applications or thread-based applications. That is called multi-threading applications or thread-based applications. We have a predefined module called what? Threading. What is the module name? Threading. What is the module name, students? Threading. Right. What is the module definition? A module is a collection of classes, functions, variables. Now I am writing module name. What is the module name? Threading. Under this module name, I am writing what are present here. Variable names are present. Then function names are present. First I will write what? Function names. Function names in where? Which module? Threading module. And next I will write what? This is module function names I'll write. What is the next I will write? Come on. Class names are there. What are the class names also I will write it. Inside the class name, what are present? Constructors will present. Methods also will present. Correct? So, module name is called what? Threading. Threading contains what? Function names. Threading also contains what? Class name. Also contains variable names also. Variable names also I will write inside only. Nothing to worry. Now, I will start. What is the class names present here? Class name 1. What is the class name 1 present? Thread. Class name 2 also present, students. Class name 2 present. Class name 2 present. What is the class name 2 present here, students? You know, lock class is present. What is the class? Lock class. That is the second level coding, that is lock class. What are the functions present in that? Already you completed OOBS. Class is a collection of what? Methods. It contains method called what? One constructor is present. Lock. Lock off. Class name is what? Lock. Lock off. What is that? Constructor. Next is called what? Next is called what? Next one is called what? You know. Function name is called what? You know. Lock class is there. Next function is called what? You know. Release. What is the function name? Release. Next function is called what? You know. Lock. Lock class and then what? Release. Once you say lock, it is going to be creating the object and locked, and then what you are using? Release once you don't want. This is I am explaining separately for you right now, don't worry, because this will come in the next level. First we concentrate on what? Thread. This you don't worry about it, this I will explain separately. Today's my agenda is talking about the threading module, function names present inside of it, and then methods present inside of the class. What are the functions present? Don't take much time. Understand easily. One is called what? Current underscore thread. Second one is called what? Active underscore count. Active underscore count. I will explain them. There are two functions present inside of it. There are two functions present inside of which module? Threading module. Comes to which class? Come on. Right. Under that, first function. Class is a collection of variables, methods, constructors, etc. Constructor. Thread of what is I am having, you know, students? Target. Target, comma. What is next? Args. That is the first constructor. Next I am going to talk about. Set name. Set name. Set name of str. Next is third one is called what? Get name. Get name. Next fourth one is called start. Next fifth one is called join. Join. Next sixth one is called is underscore alive. That's all. Is underscore alive. These are the functions you need to learn it. What is the use of each and every one? Later I will go for which one? Lock. So right now I am not talking about the lock. That is in my tomorrow's explanation. Today I will talk about what? These functions, and parallelly along with that I am discussing one more thing, number of approaches to develop the thread-based applications. Number of approaches to develop which applications? Thread-based applications. Thread-based applications. How many approaches are there also? I will write it. Shall we start one by one now? Right. So I'm going to say, what is the use of this current thread? Because already we completed in the last session. Concept we covered. Today we are coming to module discussion with library, going for the example. Current thread method is used for obtaining. What is the purpose of it? Obtaining what? Default thread name, or just obtaining thread name. Obtaining what? Thread name. This current underscore thread is used for obtaining the thread name. Obtaining thread name. Whichever context we use it, that particular thread name will be given. How do you call it? Syntax I am giving. What is the syntax? Variable name is equal to, come on students, threading dot, what is this? Current underscore thread. Let me go to that slowly one by one. Some student is asked about it. Who is that? So here, Sandeep, please concentrate it. Yesterday what I discussed it. If you follow this class, you can follow yesterday's class. Come on now. Thread example1.py. First example I am going to talk about it, each and every part. What I am going to take? T is equal to, come on, first thing. What is this? Threading dot. What is the function name? Current thread. What is the use of current thread? Used for obtaining the name of the thread, which is by default running. This is going to give you obtaining the name of the default thread. Print of, what is this now? Default thread name. By default, how many threads are there, guys? One thread is there. You just print it. Yesterday also shown you like this. So I will import, don't worry, I'll import it. Go to the place. See students, I'll take it threads here. Under that, you save this. Go to the command prompt. Easy, not at all difficult. based on my yesterday's examples, based on my yesterday's concepts. It's easy. Py, say this. What is this is printed? Threading is not there. Import it. Import. Come on, students. Threading. It is going to give you. It is going to give you default thread name. Actually, default thread name is what? Main thread. Started 4308. It is called one thread ID. We need not to worry about this thread ID. Like internally, our processes in olden days, every process internally will have process ID. That process ID, like in our Python programming, every thread will have some sort of ID during the running time. When you are going to participate in running race, they will give one ID for you in the backside, they will put something like that. When the thread is running in the Python program or Java program, which is containing its ID, that ID is not fixed. That will be changing during my program execution anytime. And we never bother about this ID at all. And I want to get the name of the thread. To get this name of the thread, there is one function is also there, student. There is one function is also there. What is the function name? Get name. I will come to that. Get name. What is the function name? Get name. I will call this. This name, how I will call it? T dot what? Get name. As on today, this get name deprecated. Do you know the word called deprecated? Come on. Do you know the word called deprecated? Don't know. In the loading of the module, reloading module, I said IMP module deprecated to import lib I said. So those who are forgetting daily, there is one name is there in a cinema field. What is that? When cinema also came, regularly forgetting and talking. Right? Modules I will go. If I don't show you, reloading the module, I'll open it. See that. I'll say here I am writing. Reload module, we use reload function, which is present in IMP module. Deprecated in favor of what? Import lib, slated in 3.12. That day I already explained. Here, IMP.reload of module name, import lib of reload, recommended I said. So, everything is there in the notes. If notes is not there, you will feel sir did not explain. It is there. Now I am going to say get name. You execute it. This name, get name, deprecated on the name of name. On the name of name. That means what? T dot just will write what? Name. T dot name means what is there inside the name, that name will be printed. You see, execute this code. See students, Py, see the answer now. What is the answer came? Main thread answer came, but read out. Deprecation warning. What is that? Get name is deprecated. Get the name of, get the name attribute instead of what name? Instead of get name, you use what? Name. Simple student. This is called what? A. What is this? A dot what? Get. What is coming? 10. Earlier what is there? A dot what? Get value. A dot today. A dot what? Value. What is the coming? 10. Earlier there is a old method called what? A dot get value. Today what? A dot value. A dot. So like that. A dot name I will use it. Get name is deprecated on the name of what? Name. I will write it simply called what? Name. That too. No function bracket, nothing. You execute. There is nothing is going to be a warning message. Are you getting main thread or not? Yes. So I am just writing. Instead of using such a big one, like a old convention, old style, they are going for modern approach called what? T dot name. Are you able to follow? Yes. So what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this? Obtaining what? Current thread. Current thread. To get the current thread, which function we use? Current underscore thread. Dot what I will write? Name. It is also one of the attribute in the threading or not? Yes. Now, coming to the next one is called what? Active thread. What is the purpose of active thread? Easy. Same. Go to that place. How many number of threads are there in this program? One thread. How do you find, students? Print. Print. What I am writing? Number of threads. Number of threads is equal to number of active threads. Number of what? Active threads is equal to comma. Come on. Threading dot active underscore count of. Active underscore count of. Are you following me? As execute it. Now I am going to get it. Number of active threads is equal to what? 1. Are you following my point? Yes. What is the earlier thread? Main thread. What is an active count? 1. Clarity is there? Yes. Come back to this place. Two functions are there. Go to this place. Used to find number of what threads? Active threads. Number of threads which are running. Which are running. How many threads are running right now? Only one thread. Okay. Come to next. These are the two functions are present inside of it. What is the syntax if you want to get it? Some variable name is equal to threading dot, come on, active count. So, active count of, if that is returning the number, that number you printed, that is going to give the result. Getting, students? Well, class name 1, now I am going to take it what? Thread class I am going to take. Thread class I am going to take. Thread of target comma args. Slowly I am coming to the thread class. Is these two functions are clear? Online students, can you confirm once? Current thread is used for obtaining the name of the thread. Active count is used for finding the number of threads which are running. Online students, please confirm. Confirm it, everybody. Right. Lot of students need to confirm it. Next, I am coming to thread. Right? Sandeep, listen very carefully. Today you can understand easily. Now I am going for one more important point. Before entering into this thread class, I will go for one parallel part also I want to discuss. Number of approaches to develop what? To develop which applications? Thread-based applications. How many approaches are there? To develop thread-based applications, we have two approaches. To develop thread-based applications, we have two things. Two approaches. We have two approaches. They are number one, first one, by using functional approach. Because Python is one of the functional approach. Second one, by using object-oriented approach. Majority of the server development, majority of the OS development, they will use object-oriented approach only. Because the object-oriented approach is very best in memory management, and it is using reusabilities, polymorphism, very, very important things, which is inbuilt things. So, by using object-oriented approach, I will go for functional approach. What are the steps in that? Beginning, some confusion will be there. But once if I do the first example, it will be more clear. Everything you can do more perfectly. Finally, at the end of the class, you will say you are perfect. There is no doubt in that, but carefully try to follow. Give me an ample of time to explain everything. Second one, by using object-oriented approach. Okay. Now I am going to say By using functional approach, I am going to discuss. Well, go to back. Go to back. Now I am going to say this part you go. What is the use of multi-threading, students? Come on. For getting concurrent execution. To have the concurrent execution, my multi-threading program should contain how many threads? One main thread, multiple sub-threads. Yesterday I executed some threading with the threads or without threads. Without threads takes more time, with the threads it takes more time. Right. With the threads takes what? With the threads, less time. So definitely I will prefer to go for what? With the threads. Okay. So in my program I have to create threads or not? Yes. How do you create a list object with a list class? Yes. How do you create a dict object? Dict class. So any object you want to create, compulsory what is required? Class is required. Similarly, I want to create what? Subthreads in my program. Why subthreads? One subthread will do some X operation, another subthread will do Y operation, another subthread will do Z operation. How these operations will be done? Parallelly. So to execute my operations parallelly, what is required? Subthreads are required. Correct or not? Subthreads are required. Such subthreads I want to create. To create the subthreads, I will use which class? Thread class. What is the use of thread class? The purpose of thread class is that to create the subthreads. To create the, why to create subthreads? To execute the function which contains the logic. To parallelly. That is called concurrently. Understand that point? Why I am going for thread class? I am going for thread class to create the subthreads. What is the use of creating subthreads? To execute the operation or to perform certain operation whose logic is written in the form of functions. Yesterday I told you. Yesterday's class I told you that. So I will go for it. Approaches here. I said that things. What is this? So something is open. So I will go for it. There I said in this place programmatic approach. So I said introduction to thread-based application. Yes. You see, students, definition of thread, flow of control. The purpose of thread is to perform some operation whose logic is written in the form of that. Programmatically, in a Python program, there are two threads are there. One is called what? Main thread. One more is called what? Subthread. What is the purpose of subthread? I wrote it already here. The purpose in Python programming, by default we can create multiple subthreads or child threads whose purpose is that to execute certain operation whose logic written in the form of functions or methods. How we are executing? Concurrently. I said this. Today I want to create what? Subthreads. Creating subthreads, nothing but creating the objects. To create an object, what is required? Class. What is the class of today? Come on, ma. Thread class. So different ways I said. What is thread class? It is used to create subthreads. What is the use of creating subthreads? To perform certain operation whose logic is written in the form of methods or functions concurrently. That's why you should create an object of which class? Okay. Tell me, how do you create an object of thread class? Quickly. Come on. Tell me, students. Variable name is equal to thread of. Like this I will write it. For example, what is this ma? L1 is equal to list of. What is this line looking like? Is it an object creation or not? Every object creation internally calls what? Constructor. Which constructor is calling now? If I write something like S1, where S1 is a set, which one? Parameterized. Similarly, S1 is equal to student of. which constructor is calling? Default constructor. 10 comma, 10 comma, KVR comma, etc. Which constructor is calling? Very good. Similarly, today I am writing variable name is equal to threading dot thread of. Which constructor is calling? Default constructor of which class? But default constructor is not there. It is having, what is it? Target is equal to, I will write something there, don't worry, comma, args is equal to, in the tuple format you need to pass, students. What is that args? I will explain. Right now, don't worry. Right now, don't worry. I'm going to take it. Please carry forward. Now I'm going to say, what is this target is? I already told you yesterday, thread class is used for creating the subthread. Every subthread is used to execute the logic present in the function. So you must specify the function name or method name. I will write what now? FUNC name, or you can write a method name. That means this is called a what name? Here I can write subthread name is equal to threading dot thread of, target is equal to function name, args is equal to of I am writing. Here I will write it value 1 comma value 2 so on. What is this value 1 and value 2? When my subthread is going to what? This function name. If this function name is taking any arguments, that arguments you are passing through what? Example immediately. Definitely you can understand like this. I'll go for example. Students in online, this constructor is very, very important. I'll go to the example. I will go for taking the new one. I'll go for subthread. Subthread creation, create example1.py. Okay, na? Now I will go for C. Here only I will tell you the steps. Main program. What I am doing? T1 is equal to, tell me student, threading dot thread of target. What is the use of creating subthread? What is the use of creating subthread? To perform the operation whose logic is written in the form of function. So definitely I am creating T1 to execute some operation or not. Where is the operation logic is written? In one function. I am writing here hello. I am writing hello. What is hello? Function name. So before creating a subthread, I must define what? Yes, I will define DEF. What is my function name? Hello. It takes one value. It takes one val. Some parameter, some name, yes name, student name I am taking. Or some person name I will take it. Pass. I will take it. Say, target is equal to hello. Is the hello function taking any parameter? Yes. That time you need to write what? Args is equal to, use same, row sum. I am just passing row sum. Don't close like that. If I close like that, it is what type? str type. Yesterday only I shown you. I need to write what? Comma. If I write comma, it is what type? Very good. Tuple type. Close this bracket. So, this one is closing. So, this is a meaning is what? A subthread is created which is targeted to execute which function? Allow function, and it carry which value? Row sum. Suppose I don't have any parameter here. That time I never write what? Args I don't write. Did you understand now? So args is nothing but passing the arguments to the function which is targeted by the subthread. Simple now, student. Your parent is saying, go to bank and deposit this money, they are saying. What is that? Child is equal to parent dot what? Thread, creating you. What is the target? Target is equal to what? Bank name you are giving. Args is equal to you are passing some money or not. Then this child is going to this bank. targeting to deposit this money in this bank, right or not? So what this bank is called? Your function, and the value it is passing here, and then this child will go to that place. Are you able to follow? Thread, it is nothing but that only. Now constructor is meant for initializing the thread with target function with the value which you want to carry. Where? Will continue my class. So T1 is equal to threading dot thread of target is equal to what? Value. I am going to make my thread ready. I am initializing my thread in such a way that which thread will execute which function. Which thread will execute which function. That is nothing but initializing my thread or not. Right. Coming to the point of it. Next I am going to say, even in socket programming also, S is equal to socket of socket. Later I am going to set with binding. Next listen. I just used some functions. Here what is happening? Instead of creating this type of thing like that, T1 dot set target, C1 dot arcs, such type of things are not there. Directly thread is initialized with what? Which function to execute, which value to carry to the target function. You are initializing itself. Yeah, generally, parents are initializing you with money. That is one type of initialization. When you go to higher initialization, they are telling to you, okay, I am initializing you in such a way that go to that bank, and what is that? Carry one check also. They are indirectly initializing you with what? Bank name with a check they are giving. You can withdraw the money. I will continue my class. So target is equal to what? Hello. Target is equal to what? Hello. I will write inside of it one message I am writing. I am writing one message. What is that? Welcome to. Welcome to. I will clarify your doubt, ma. Don't worry. Huh? I will clarify. Don't worry. Don't feel. Your doubt will be clarified. Okay, na? Don't worry. I will clarify. Welcome to what? Welcome to multi-threading. Welcome to multi-threading. I will print the name of the thread. Name of subthread. Name of subthread is equal to what I am printing? Dot format of, how do you print the thread name? Threading dot current thread, current underscore what? Thread dot name I am writing. Name I am writing. You can also write here as what? Get name also you can write. If I write like that, you will get what? Deprecation messages. But I will write what here? Name like that. Name. The format is closing and end of that. Are you able to follow? Now, what is created? Thread is created. Right or not? Thread is ready, which is initialized with what? Name of the function which is targeted. Next, what should I do? If I execute my program, no answer will come. No answer will come. 1 minute. Line by line I will execute. Go to that. Execute it. Py. Answer is not coming. Threading is not defined. I'll import it. Import threading. See students, execute it. No answer is coming. That means thread is just created. I filled my thread object. Now I need to tell to T1. Main thread will tell to T1. Please go and execute what? Hello. To dispatch my subthread to execute this hello, I need to call a function called what? T1 dot start. T1 dot start. The function, the main thread will start the T1, will dispatch the T1 to the targeted function called what? Hello. From this place, it will call what? Hello. See the answer now. If you want, I can write it. Print off. What is this? Main thread name. Main thread name. What is the main thread name? Dot format of. I will write as it is this one. See, in one context, what is printed? Main thread. In this place, what is printed? Thread 1 will print. Thread 1. What is T1 is called? Object name. What is its name internally? Thread1 will print. Take care, students. Now I am going to write it \n. You execute it, students, and see the answer now. What is the main thread name? Come on. Welcome to multi-threading, and the name of the subthread is what? Thread1. What is that thread1 is targeted to? Hello. So you say one more thing. You say some value. Say some name. Yes, name I am telling. Yes, name I am telling. And I will pass what here? Comma args is equal to I am writing in the form of tuple. I am passing something like rosum. Comma I will write it. Are you able to follow, guys? I will write here something I am writing, comma I am writing here dot format of, come on, yes name. So who is carrying that yes name? T1. Who is going to this function? T1. Who dispatched it? Which function is used to dispatch? Start function. So start function is used for dispatching my subthread to which one? Targeted function yes name by carrying the value called rosum. See the answer now. See the answer now. You are getting main thread, main program, rosum. Welcome to multi-threading. Name of the thread is called what? Thread-1, which is going executing which function? Hello. If you want to give your own thread name, you can go for it. To set the name of the thread, T1 dot set name. Easy. Set name. What is the name of that? I am saying Sandeep. Sandeep is my thread name. I am setting that. Get name earlier what? Deprecated. On which one? Name attribute. Set name also deprecated. On which attribute? Name attribute. See that. Execute. Answer will come. See, read out. Deprecation warning. Set name is deprecated. Set name attribute. Instead of using set name, you use which attribute? Name. How do you do that? Name I got it. But deprecation warning is coming. So I will say, here, not recommended. I am writing what? Not recommended. What I will use now? T1 dot name is equal to Sandeep. This is called my conclusion I am giving. Sandeep, untruly Sandeep, something like. Yours truly now, okay. Yours, I am writing it. So, T1 dot name, I am assigning the value. Now, see that now. Get it, execute. Now see this now. Is it coming without any error or not? So set name and get name is deprecated on what? T1 dot name. Quickly, T1 dot name. Will get the value. T1 dot name is equal to value. Will set the value. Did you understand? This is the modern programming of threading is going to set some deprecations. Earlier what? T1 dot get value. For example, T1 dot get value, T1 dot set value of 10. Instead of that, it is saying T1 dot what? Value, and is equal to like a get. T1 dot value is equal to what? 10, which is equal to like what? Setting. Did you understand this mechanism? Yes. Coming back to this line, I hope you are understanding this start function also. Did you understand the meaning of this threading? Go to my explanation. Coming to this place, what is the use of that? To create subthread programmatically. What is the syntax? Subthread name is equal to threading dot thread of target is equal to function name, args is equal to this one. What is the use of this? To create the subthread. Target it to the function name by carrying the values. Shall I move forward? And one more thing you understand, set name, get name. They are deprecated on what name? Name. and this is deprecated on what name? Name. How do you use it? How do you use it? Subthread obj dot name is equal to what? Value. Value. That is nothing but what? Name of which thread? Subthread. I'll show you that, students. Don't worry. Next is called what? Subthread object dot name. Directly I will use it. No setting the value, directly I will use it. Are you following me? Yes. What is the use of start function? Used to dispatch the subthread to the target function. While creating your subthread object name, you are going to mention the target function. So your subthread will execute what? And the subthread executes which function? Target function. Right. Join function, you don't worry for a few minutes. Let me go for this approach. First one you see. Join method, wait for time. Let me do some example here. Are you able to understand? What is the first step done? Step number 1. Step number 2. What is that? Function defined. Next step number 3. What is created? Subthread. Step number 4. What I did? Dispatching the thread. Nothing, very simple. Step number 4. This is called functional approach. Spell out. What is this first one? Import threading module. Next, define the function. Create the subthread. Dispatch the subthread. Now I want to go for one example. Online students, number of approaches for development of functional approach. Step number 1, import threading. Step number 2, what is the step number 2? Define function. Define function or functions. If it is yours, 3 functions, 3 threads. Second one is called what? 3. Yes. Create subthreads. Subthread or subthreads. By using which class? Thread class of threading module. Of course, that is only possible in Python is threading module thread class. Step number 4. Dispatch. Dispatch what? Dispatch the subthreads. By using which function? Start function. Now I want to go for program now. Look at that. Students in the online, 4 steps I written. If I do one example, it will be more clear, I hope. File name. Coming to others. Python here. Program for generating 1 to n numbers. After each and every second. After each and every second by using threads. By using what? Threads. Now, what is the logic here? Displaying the value after each and every second is the logic. Correct? Come on. I will do what? Import threading. Next what? Okay, time. Next. DEF number generate. So, generate is my function. And you will pass some n. If that n is negative, I will say invalid input. If the n is positive, I will generate the numbers. Meantime, I will print thread name in which function? Thread name in which function, ma? Number generate function. Number generate function is equal to, I am writing like this, dot format of threading dot underscore threading dot current underscore thread of name. Are you okay? Right. Next, I'll check the logic. Logics are same, only threading syntax is extra we are writing. Name n less than or equal to 0, say what? So is invalid input. Is invalid input. Dot format of n. Dot format of n. I will take what next? Else part. Now I will write print of numbers within. I will write dot format of what? N. If the number is positive. How do you generate the things? Come on, for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Okay. Print of backslash t value of I is equal to dot format of what? I. Well, what is my logic? Each and every second I want to display. I will write a time dot sleep. Time dot sleep of 1 second. Fine. After that, I will say one line of control to stop. Of course, just one line I am drawing after finishing that. So I am writing like this. Okay, students, now I am going to take up here, execute my logic. Come out of that. This is a function is done. Go to which program? Main program. Dead easy, nothing is difficult. Get the name of the main thread. Get the name of the main thread. You know already now? Main thread logic, how to get it, you know. This I will get it. Main thread logic, I will get it. Okay. Next, create a subthread. Create. Why are you creating subthread? To execute my logic. To execute my logic. Create. I forget how to create. T1 is equal to threading dot thread of target is equal to function name return, comma. Don't write within the double quote. Don't write like this. Don't write only function name. Don't write like this. Don't write within the double quotes. We should not. Because target you need to specify the object name. Object name is nothing but it is a function name. You need to pass. Okay. Next I need to write what? Args is equal to, I'll say some number, 10 comma. This is called what? A thread is initialized with what? Which function to execute, which value to carry. Because I am taking one parameter or not. If it is taking 2 parameters, I can pass one more value 20. One more value taking 30. Like that I can pass it. Since I am passing single value, I am going to take single value. This is called what? Initialized. Is it under execution or not started? Not yet started. Is it live or not live? Is it live or not live? Not live. How do you print that it is not live? There is a function called is alive. Spell out. Is alive returns true if it is running. Is alive returns false when it is not in running. Check it out. Is T1 under execution. Is T1 under what? Execution. Before start is equal to dot format of T1 dot. There is a function called what? Is underscore alive. How simple it is. Is underscore alive. What is the answer coming there? False. A bus stopped there with full of passengers. Bus driver not started the switch button. Startup button. It just vehicle is ready. Initialized full of passengers with luggage. Now I am asking, is bus started? No. No means what? False. Is my thread created? Yes. Is this thread is under execution? No. It is what? Is alive is false. Okay. False. What is an active count? Active count. 1 or 2 na? 1 or 2 na? 1. I will print. Number of active threads. Number of active threads before start is equal to dot format of what? Threading dot active count. Threading dot what? Active count. What is the answer? 1. Answer is 1. Want to go? Then we are looking that side. I am teaching the class. Thinking something? Where are you? I hope you went to home. Then you need to concentrate. When I am teaching, you are looking that side. Something is there? Right. Number of active threads before start. What is an answer? 1. Now, let me execute up to here. Let me execute up to here. Number generate. Number generate example1.py. Number generate example1.py. See students, execute py. Number generate example1.py. Some bracket was not closed. Line number 23. Line number 23 not closed. Okay. No issue. Coming to the point back. Now see the right. What is that? Line number 22. So bracket problem. So also. Now you execute it. See that answer. What is the thread name? Main thread. Is T1 is under execution before start? Is the number of active threads before start? 1. That means I just created. Now what? Tell me. Dispatch the subthread. Now I am asking one doubt, students. Who is printing this result? Come on. Main thread. Good, beautiful. Because all the statements in the main program executed by what? Main thread. Online students, are you following? Online students, are you following me? Main thread. Now, dispatch. Which one? T1 dot start. T1 dot start off. Once you say T1 dot start off, who is going to start this subthread? Main thread. So subthread will go to which function? When number function is going, it is going to execute this for loop how many times? 10 times. So main thread is busy with the main program. Subthread is busy with the number generate. I will ask the same question again. What I am asking? Number of active threads. I will print on the top of it. Number of active threads. Is T1 is under execution. How many threads are under execution? 2. Now, is T1 is under execution after start? Come on. After start, this is. After start. What is an answer now? True. Are you following me? Okay. Now, first one is what? False. Next one is what? True. Take care. Here it is line number 26, 27. Now tell me, whenever you say start, your subthread will go to the number generate function or not? Is your main thread will sit idle here? No. Main thread will continue 26, 27 and all those things, other statements are that it will continue. Because multi-threading means what? Parallel execution. Let's go to the execution. Go to the point back and see the result now. Carefully observe it. Main thread starting false, active threads 1 and the number of thread name is called 2 and active thread is called 2, whose state is called true. Okay, you see 2 at a time not possible. You see the result. Main thread name is main thread. Is T1 is under execution before start? Okay. Number of active thread before start. Thread name in number generate is called what? Thread 1. Which is executing which function? Okay. Number of active threads after start. Is T1 is under execution after start? True. Before start? After start? Number of threads after start? How many threads are there in my program? And who is going to generate this now? Who is that main thread? These values are executed by what? Subthread. Here, chala danger uన్నారు అసలు. Very danger you are. So, I will print like this. This is what you are lacking of concentration. You are losing that. I will write this. I will write this. I will write comma. I will write it. Now you answer my question. Dear students, concentrate. Now who is generating the numbers? Subthread or main thread? See the answer. See the answer. Who is generating? Subthread. Following. Who generated these statements? Main thread. When this is running, when subthread is completed its execution, when subthread completed its execution, after completion of the time, it is coming. Who is coming to the place where it is started? Main program started, na? From main program started. It went there, completed. It will come back to the same place where it is completed or not. Who is waiting? Main thread will take immediately and hand over to whom? Garbage collector to deallocate its memory space. Yes or no? Okay. Now coming to back. Sandeep, Shoaib, listen. Here, what is the thread before start? False. Before start? After start? After completion? False. So, show me the thread status after completion. What to do? I am writing here one line. T1 dot is under execution after completion of its execution of its completion of its execution. I am writing here. T1 dot is alive, I said. What I should print it? False. Now, Shoaib, carefully listen. I am saying that you execute it, but false is not printed. Be careful. You see, T1 is under execution after start, after completion. Still it is under execution. Who is printing? True. The main thread executed the statements in main program before completion of what? Subthread. Yes or no? So, I must make at line number 28, I should make my main thread to wait until who will join? Subthread. So, main thread must be made wait at line number 28 until T1 will join with the main thread. How do you do that? T1 dot join. Shoaib and other student. Join. Join is a function I called at line number 28. It indicates my main thread is waiting there. The instruction you passed it, you are making the main thread to wait until T1 is joined with the main thread. After that, what line will come? 29th line will come. Line number 29. Line number 29 will come after completion of join. T1 dot join means what? Main thread will wait at line number 28 until who will join? Simple. Yesterday one example I said. You have taken your 5 kids to the shopping and they went to 5 shops. Will you come to home? No, you will wait and you will tell them, I am waiting here, you please join with me. So 2 people joined, 3 people joined, 4 people joined, 5th person still doing the shopping. After they join, you will come to the next statement. Are you following me? So what is the meaning of T1 dot join? You are making the main thread to wait until your subthreads will join with it. Execute it, execute it. See students, what is happening? Line number 29 not coming. Line number 29 not coming. What is coming? Still subthread is under execution. 9 and then 10. After that it is coming. Line number 29. Execution status of what? After completion what? False. Now I am going to same. If we come to OS level, it is called which state? New state. Which state? This is called which state? Running state. Running. New state means just created. Running state means what? Under execution. After completion of it, it is called what? Halted state. Halted. It is called a dead state. It is dead. Completed. Dead state. Are you following my point? So, Shoaib Khan, you asked join method. I hope you are understanding what is the use of join method. Are you understanding, students? So, students who are in the online, can you please confirm it once about this? I am going to repeat. I am going to say this important point. And I said dispatching. I used isalive also. I used what? Join also. Clear or not clear? Clear. Now I am going to say. What this value is here? What is the value here? 10. Fixed value or not? I will pass what? Dynamic value. Can I pass dynamic value directly? Now I am going to say int of, because already you know the subject, enter how many numbers you want to generate. I am saying that. One more close. Enter how many numbers you want to generate. So, see that what is happening here. This part is this part, and this part is this, and this is for this, comma, and this is for that, and finally the closing bracket. Are you able to follow? How many brackets? 3 brackets. One tuple bracket is also there or not? Yes. Now run this code. Same. Enter how many numbers you want to generate. Something like 20. Take care. 20. All the things you observe it. 20. False starting 1, thread 1. Number of threads started 2. Starting state is called before, after start true. Numbers are going on coming. After that 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. After that, what is the thread status? Line number 29 is thread is under execution. That is called what? False. Are you following? So, who is going to execute the statements present in main program? Main thread. Who are executing this function related statement? Subthread. You can give the name of the subthread also. How to give the name of the subthread? I will write a name is equal to, I'll write my name of the thread. Setting what? User friendly name to the thread. Execute. Py. See that answer. I said 10. What is the thread? KVR is printing the threads. Values are printing like this. Is it called user friendly thread? And at the end of it, it is going to do what? List 29 is under what? False. Are you getting this part? Fine. Coming to next part of it, we understand. Go to the approach number 1. First one is what? Import threading. Next, defined what? Function. Creating what? Subthread. Next, after that, I did what? Dispatch. These are the mandatory steps to remember. Are you following me? Yes. Now I want to go for which approach? Object-oriented approach. Come to this profile once. Are you understanding join method and these alive? Join method is used for what? Used for making subthreads. To join with what? Main thread. Do you know what is the importance of it? Suppose I started 10 threads. 10 threads started. First thread completed. Who will take it? Main thread. Hand over to whom? Garbage collector. Later immediately T2 also completed. T2 also collect it and hand over to what? So 10 threads completed 10 different intervals. Your main thread has to collect 10 times at different times. Different times I have to hand over to garbage collector. So internally there is a lot of collection process and hand over to what? Garbage collection. Instead of that, what are all the threads completed? You join them as a single unit. You collect all of them and then give to the garbage collector. That is a single time joining and all at once hand over to whom? Garbage collector. Which is a better process? One by one collection and handovering. All at once collection and handovering is better. All at once collection and handovering to the garbage collection is better. Understand my point? Yes. Coming to the point of it. I hope he is alive. Come on, what is this now? Returns. Come on, students. Returns true. Returns true. Provided thread is under execution. Otherwise returns what? False. Under execution you have seen the output. Before starting, thread status is false. After the thread started, execution is, after the completion, thread status is, so is alive is giving the status. Right or not? Yes. So simple. So this is called my profile. Subthread creation, setting the name to the subthread, getting the name of the subthread, dispatching the subthread, joining the subthreads as a single unit with the main thread, deciding whether the thread is under execution or not. Are you following me? So next lock class is a to next class, not at present. Let me tell you some more example. I will go for what is this approach is called? Functional approach. Now I am going for which approach? Object oriented approach. Object oriented approach means which concept? Classes and objects. I will go to classes and objects. Shall I? Right. Look at online students asking you, is this example clear? Step number 1. See students, step number 1, step number 2. Here I am writing, confirm all of you who are all understand. Step number 2. Next I am writing step number 3. This I am going to create step number 3 and step number 4. Dispatching the step. Step number what? 4. Now I am going to move to the object oriented approach. What is this object oriented approach is? Easy. Same example, I am going with object oriented approach. Let's follow. Now I am taking like this. Generate example number 2 with the whoops. With the whoops. Okay. Start. Whoops means what will come? So Melrose Dixon. So not really, sir. You are going too fast like a car. Enjoy your topic. So enjoy your topic. Am I going faster? I am explaining coding. So coming to the point back. Now I will go slowly, Melrose. Now listen. Oops. Little bit. Okay. Already I felt that range is already known. Function is already known. Simple now. Okay. Tell me. Srinivas Reddy. Not like that, mom. Okay. Tesla. Okay. Okay, my dear student. I'll go very slowly. Very slowly. Okay, mom. Don't worry. Now I'll go. Like a nano car, I will go. Tata nano car. Class CLASS. Class numbers. Indentation. Class numbers. Indentation. A class is a collection of data members, methods, constructors, destructor. Inside of it, I will write one instance method. DEF is a keyword used for developing function. What is my function? Generate. No, listen students. Okay, students. Come on, ma. DEF generate. Of what I am taking? Self, comma, N I am taking. It is called what method? Instance method. Instance method. Prudvi. Right, ma. So, actually, I am not taking class like that. My style is my style. Their style is their style. I did not heard that name so far. My style is my style only. KVR style is KVR style only. I never follow others. I did not see that word also. I did not see. So, I'll follow my own style. Okay, come down. I'll write the body after a few minutes. Come to which one? Main program. Come to what? Main program. You know class na? Generate is the instance method. And I'm passing n and then what? I wrote it. Logic also I will write it. Okay. What I'm writing inside of that object I will create. Which object? Subthread. Subthread. Subthread object I'll create or not? Create. How do you create? T1 is equal to, come on, ma. So students, Melrose, Neeleshwar, Shubham, Srinivas Reddy, right? Ajit Gupta, please follow. T1 is equal to, if you respond me, then I can understand. If you keep it quiet now, I'll think that you are following. Come on, students. Threading dot, thread off, thread off. Come on. Target is equal to, I said function name to write. Function name to write. What is my function name? Generate. My dear students, generate. But generate is an instance method. Instance method must be called with respect to object. Which object? Numbers class object. So you need to create what? Object of numbers. So I will create an object of numbers. NO is equal to numbers of. NO is equal to numbers of. Object is created. I will write what? NO dot. NO dot. What is the difference between functional programming and this one? I am writing target is equal to what? Generate only. Here no object is available. Here what is there? Object dot function name, comma. It has to carry the value or not? Args is equal to, I will write 10, comma, I will write. Why comma? It is a tuple. So, it is a target function. My thread T1 is designed to execute generate function of NO object. NO is an object of numbers. My PVM will go to numbers class and keeping the reference of T1, in self, and that n value will be continued. Are you following? Now I will call. What is the T1 liveliness? False. So I have to dispatch or not? Dispatch. Come on. T1 dot start. Why do you use start function? To dispatch. Suppose you are sitting with me. I created you. I say go and execute, I said. Start, execute, I said. When you participated in running race, you are waiting, position is ready. What your PUT, your class, your teacher will say 1, 2, 3, start. When you say start, you will run. You will run means what? Function will run. When you say start, dispatching your subthread. Subthread is going to where? Subthread is going to where? Generate function. Generate function. This generate function, I will write the logic. What logic? Similar to previous logic. Can I copy that logic? If I copy the logic, I will go like a Tesla car. I never write it. Come on. If n less than or equal to 0, Srinivas Reddy, come to point ma. Print of, what is this now? Is invalid. Is invalid. Dot what? Format of n. N. Are you following, Srinivas Reddy? Else, I will write. Now I will go to else. I'll say generate the logic of displaying the numbers. How do you write it? Same. Print of. I say, okay, normally I will write it. No decoration, nothing, no. Generally, normally. For I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Print of value of I. Value of what? I. Value of what? I is equal to dot format of what? I. Dot format of I. Who is printing this generate function? I need to write the thread name also or not? If you want, you can write something like this. If you want, you can write it, comma, I say, what I will write it? Threading dot, current thread dot, current thread of, dot what? Name, comma, I. Okay. Well, this I want to print after each and every second. Sleep of 1. Sleep of 1. Finished. Now I start it. Execute. Importing. Okay. Importing. Threading dot. Threading comma what? Time. This is called step number 1. Step number 2 class name. Step number 2 class name. Step number 3 method name. Method name. Step number 4 what? This is anyhow you will take care. That is not necessary at present. Step number is what? 5, 4, 4, 4. Now I will go for what? Step number what? 5. Step number 5. This is also recorded. Anyhow, the instance method will be called with respect to object. Okay. Call it, execute. So I am writing now. Pass this now. I am going to introduce py. See, my dear students, thread 1, value of 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay? So here I written on the top of it. Here I wrote something like that. What is that? Numbers within. Numbers within. I said dot format of n. I wrote it. And I wrote, these are all very simple logic, students. These are very simple logics. Nothing is difficult. I just wrote it. I just wrote it here. Else part of it. Else part of it. Done. Say here. You execute it. Same number of numbers are coming. Numbers within 10, 20, 30, etc. All these values are coming. Now, the same program, can I tell with constructors? Long ago, constructors are there. If you forget constructor, you will feel difficulty. If you remember, you will feel like easy like me. Okay. Look at. I will take the same thing. Look at how easy. Now I am passing. I don't pass any constructor here. Value I never pass it. So I will not write what here. Args I won't write. I will define what? def underscore init underscore of self, comma, n. I will write self dot n is equal to n. Which constructor? Parameterized constructor. Okay. Now, I will go for what? No is equal to numbers of what? 10. Which constructor? Go to where? Whenever an object is created, goes to numbers class looking for the constructor. Executed. That n. I need to write n or not? What should I write it? Self dot n. Self dot n plus 1. Self dot n plus 1. I need to write a self dot n plus 1. Self dot n plus 1. Self, wherever n is there, I need to write self dot n. What is self? Huh? Implicit. Only that. I said 3 points. Initialize. Self is one of the implicit object, contains a address of current object. First point. Self is the first formal parameter in the instance method. Value self can be used in the corresponding function body only, but not possible to access in other part of the program. Yourself and myself will go to an interview. What is self? He will ask you. Implicit object, you will say. I will tell, sir, you ask me, so that you will send outside, sir. I'll tell these 3 points. You'll say, I'll call you later, he will say. Some style is required to present by yourself. Correct. So, whatever I said, as it is you present. As it is you present. You can see the interior face. You'll get it. Definitely. That's why I will give solid notes for you. Right. So, right. Prudvi. Exactly. Coming to, what is CLS? Again, one word answer. 22 years came, only one word answer you are liking. Stop it. CLS is one of the formal parameter which is containing the current class name. Class name kaadu. Current class name. Second, CLS is used as a first formal parameter in the class method. CLS can be used in the corresponding class level method body only. Cannot be used in the other part of the program. That is called CLS points, I said. If you tell like that, then interviewer will feel that you are a professional. Otherwise, you will feel that you are an LKG student. LKG students also VSA, very short answer questions will be there. What is your name? Only name. What is the state? What is the capital of Telangana? Hyderabad. That's all. No answer. Capital of Telangana is called Hyderabad. Like that will not. Only one word answer. Like after getting 22 years, if you say one word answer, you value to your age. When you say certain thing, they should appreciate your vocabulary. They should appreciate your subject of delivery. That is called subject. Right. So, coming to the point. Next, I am going to say same thing in another way. Can I tell you? Can I tell you? Right. Look at on the board. Look at on the board. I will go for it. On the screen, please. I will write like this. And if I show all these tips for you, you may feel little difficulty. Why? Not practicing daily. Here, constructor. What is NO? Object. I will take up. NO is equal to what? Number of 10. I will copy that. I will write it here. What is it? Nameless object. Already we discussed in the class. Already we discussed. Number of 10. What is calling? Constructor calling, initializing with the 10 and calling the generate method. Creating the object, initializing the object, calling what? Generate function. What a beautiful subject. So, 3.py. With a nameless object I am calling. With a nameless object. Out of that, py, answer is like this. Now, this is called the answer is coming. Okay, answer will go on coming. This value is called what? Fixed, na? I need to pass what? Dynamic. Can I? How? Int of input of enter. Enter. How many? How many? Enter. How many values? How many values you want to generate of. Close. Okay. Execute py. What happens? One more bracket. Common. Target is equal to number of. 1 minute, student. This bracket is closing. One more bracket for what? Int. Okay. Now enter how many values you want to generate. One bracket. One more bracket for this. One more bracket for numbers. Lost. Okay. Okay. Enter how many values to generate. 6. 6. No attribute called what? Generate. Int object has no attribute called generate. What is that now? Generate. So it is called what? It is going out of it. No. It is going to be here only. I will close it. Enter how many values here? 6. When you are closing, it is going out of that. So values are coming. Understand? So coming to the point of 15. So the values are going on coming like this. Are you able to understand? Initializing the thread object, something like this. Able to get, students? Fine. Now I will go for, this is called what? Going for giving the results called what? Object oriented approach. What are the steps for object oriented approach? Come on, steps I will write it here. Step number 1. Step number 1. Import what? Threading. Import what? Threading. Number 1. Easy. Next is called what? Step number 2. Define what? Yes, a class. Define a programmer defined class enter. Programmer defined class. Programmer defined class. Okay. Step number 3 what? Define programmer define instance method. Define instance method in programmer defined class. In programmer defined class. Step number 4, create what? Subthread. Subthread. Next step number 4. Step number 5, dispatch the subthread. Dispatch the subthread. Are you following me? These are the steps for what? Object oriented approach. Object oriented approach. Students in the online, I hope that you might be understood now. I hope so. Same example, instead of writing so much of stuff about that, I'm just writing in a simple manner. Students in the online, now can you say that? Did you understand this process? So when difficulty comes, Melrose.
Yes. ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఉంటే కాదు, అది ఏమీ లేకుండా ఏమీ ఊరికే సొల్లు వేసుకుంటా, లేకుంటే నాకు అది ఫెసిలిటీ లేదు, ఈ ఫెసిలిటీ లేదు అని సతాయించే వాళ్ళు ఎంతో మంది ఉంటారు. అదే మరి అన్నది. ఆ, అదే. ఆ, ఏమోలే. మనం అట్లాంటి కిరికిరే పెట్టలేదు కదా, అట్లాంటి పెట్టినా కంపెనీ అంత ఈజీగా తీసేస్తుంది, యాక్షన్ తీసుకోవట్లేదు. అంతే ఇంకో మనసు 3 నెలలుగా ఏం నేర్చుకుంటాం, ఇంకో ఆల్మోస్ట్ రెగ్యులర్ యాక్టివిటీస్ వచ్చేస్తాయి దాంట్లో. యాడైనా కాదు, కొత్త ఎన్ని రోజులు చెప్పు, మాకు వారం 10 రోజులు, నెల 2 నెలలు 3 నెలలు అంతే. నేను ఇంకా కొత్త ఏం నేర్చుకుంటాను చెప్పు. ఆ, పై కూడా నాకు వచ్చాబ్బా. అదే నేను అదే అనుకోలేదు, నువ్వు ఒకసారి కనెక్ట్ చేయడానికి నీ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటో మరి నాకు కనెక్ట్ చేస్తే 10 నిమిషాల్లో నీకు అన్నీ నేర్పిస్తాను నేను. నువ్వు నువ్వు ఎక్సెల్లోనా నీకు అక్కడ ఏమేమి రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉందో నన్ను అడుగు. నీకు ఎంత ఏంటో నాకు తెలిసి చెప్తానబ్బా, తెలియదు కాదు. కాదు, నీకు స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ నేను అదే అంటున్నది. మనకి మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్